Praise the Lord. Welcome to AIM. Guys, I just decided to make a sweet Vidalia onion type dressing. And I don't know, I looked it up and then I decided what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to turn that heat off because I really didn't want to get it too hot. But I do want to brown, not brown so much, but release the flavor of everything I put in here. Now, part of moving to Ghana is not having easy access. Let me say that. Not having easy access to all the things that you might want. Now, since I do not drive on the main road, that means I don't have easy access to everything I might want when I might want it, right? This is Friday, we will be going to the mall on Sunday, the Lord willing, after church, and I'll pick up everything that I wanted that I can't get right around here, right? One of those things is salad dressing. I got a sweet Vidalia onion salad dressing at the new Malcolm at the Achimota Mall, and I absolutely loved it. And I ran out of it, and I'm wanting a salad, and I looked up sweet Vidalia onion. I think all recipes I looked it up on. So what they're saying is canola oil, 1.5 cups, and a cup of white distilled vinegar, and use a whole onion, a clove of garlic, and mustard powder, and what have you. Okay, you guys can look it up. So I got the idea from there. I wanted to use, now I hope it's still, I guess it's still good. I guess oil doesn't go bad. I still have this, guys. I shipped it, and I still have some. You know, I know all the things. You're not supposed to really heat the olive oil or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to use the Frytol. This is the normal oil that we use here, Frytol. Whatever kind it is, I don't really know. This is supposedly the best kind you can get here. It is, I don't know what type of oil it is. Vegetable oil, right? So I wanted to use olive oil, and I decided instead of 1.5 cups, I wanted to use 1 cup of olive oil. I used one red onion, right? I don't have sweet Vidalia onion on hand. I have red onion on hand. I used about 1.25 red onions. It called for 1 clove of garlic. I used 2. It also calls for mustard powder, which I have, but I found it to be quite bitter. So I am deciding to use this kind of mustard sauce I bought. Just trying it out. It was on a markdown on sale at ShopRite one time, so I picked it up. I was thinking when we go on Sunday, I'll probably get the kind of mustard I like. I haven't had that in a while, and I might get the kind I like. I have also, I bought this here in Ghana at one store, American store. I think I paid 160 cedis for this, guys. But I've been really enjoying it until my herbs come in and I make my own Italian blend. But I added some of this while it was simmering over there. I have my peppercorns in this grinder. I've added that. I've added white pepper. What else? That is it. Now, I like red wine vinegar, so I think I'm gonna go with the red wine vinegar. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I also have regular vinegar that I have in a huge, I just transferred it to here. I still have this. I shipped 2 or 3 of these Not that you can't find vinegar here, but I'm actually glad I did. This is $3 at the time I bought it. And these little things can be a little expensive, these little vinegar jars. So I guess they don't use it as much here. I don't know. So vinegar is good. It's versatile. It's good for cleaning, cooking, everything. Vinegar is good for. So I still have this. I just transferred it to a small jar. Yeah, I'm going to blend this up, and I'm going to, in my Vitamix, I'm going to add whatever vinegar I'll decide, and then I'll let you guys know. And then I don't know, I might do a little of this and some powder, a little bit of powder, mustard powder. I might add some of my ground pepper. This is not the right container. This is my fresh ground hot pepper. It is extremely hot. I might add a touch of that because I like spicy things. I could add this. That would be nice. I got this for my popcorn, and I don't really like it for popcorn. This one. I do like, absolutely love this one that I can buy at ShopRite on my popcorn, salt and vinegar. So think of salt and vinegar chips, it's salt and vinegar popcorn. I love it. And I bought this one at the American store when I bought that Italian dressing. When we were getting things for a Thanksgiving meal we were having with family. And I don't particularly like this on the popcorn, but it is good for other things, cooking wise. Anything you want vinegar and salt in, that's good. So I'll probably, think I will throw some of that in there. And then, I don't know, guys. Somebody was saying that they used apple cider vinegar and they were happy with that. I think the red wine vinegar will give it a different flavor probably. So I guess I'm gonna go with the white vinegar. So it was called for 1.5 cups of oil to 1 cup of vinegar. So and then I heard it was too vinegary on some of the comments, or I saw on some of the comments it was too vinegary. So I went with 1 cup of oil. I might go ahead and add the other 1/2 cup, and then probably cut it down to 1/2 cup of vinegar, and then see how that turns out. I can always add more vinegar, right? 1/2 cup of vinegar, and I'll add a little bit of this vinegar salt, sea salt, to give it the salt, right? Because you need to add salt as well. So let me see what I do and I'll come back. Okay, so it said to add 1/3 cup of sugar as well. So you take that however you want to take it. I added a little bit. I just want to get it dissolved in. I also added 2 pinches of the mustard powder, right? I find I don't really like the taste of it that much. Maybe what I used it in, I put too much, but yeah, just trying to find a way to use it. I did add the vinegar salt powder to this, and I've added another 1/2 cup of oil, and I only added 1/2 cup of the vinegar. And then I'm going to blend it and then add this mustard sauce to taste and see what we come up with. You know, it's not the exact Vidalia onion dressing recipe, but it's going to be a dressing recipe nevertheless. And I just thought I would record it and show you guys. Like, start figuring out the things you like and see if you can create a replica and maybe even tweak it to your own taste, right? I love sweet Vidalia onion dressing. And like I said, I don't have access to that here in my local shops. And I've even noticed when I followed the cooking channels and stuff like that, they always come up with their own version of it, right? So you can find a recipe and come up with your own version of it. And it's good to experiment with it. The other thing I know for sure is it will be far healthier for you when you come up with your own version, because we all know that those dressings have a lot of added ingredients and things of that nature, right? So if you need to thicken it up or something like that, you can always come up with your own alternative to thicken it up. Oops, I spilled it. Your own, they say xanthan gum. I had chipped some, just because it's what I used in the States when I was doing my low carb stuff. And you can find a thickener. You can even Google it. What can I use to thicken my dressing? I mean, there's so many varieties you can use, so many ways you can do things. And I would challenge you to try to come up with your own versions of these things. This is looking really nice now. So this is just the oil, the seasonings, the onion and garlic, and just, heat it enough to release this onion flavor and everything. The garlic flavor, the herbs flavor, right? And melt down the sugar. I put a little bit of sugar in there. I didn't want to go crazy, so I'm just trying a little bit. I have honey, but sometimes honey changes the flavor of it. I could have added honey, I guess. I do have some honey from the Volta region available here too if I wanted to use it, but not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go blend this up. Okay, I have blended it up in my Vitamix. It is, yes, I'm sticking my finger in there. I like the taste. It is tasting really good. I did add a little bit of pepper, and I think I will add a little bit more. You don't need much of this, but I like spicy things. You see, that little bit will make a big difference. I'm gonna put a touch more. And I have poured a little bit of my pepper, or of my mustard sauce, into this measuring cup. And I would like to add a little bit of that in here as well. So we're adding some of that. I don't know, I just poured some, guys. I didn't really measure it. I don't measure stuff a lot of times when I'm doing this. I did measure the oil. The half-cup vinegar, I'm happy with reading the comments and not using the full cup. I think it would have been too much. So, let's see what we get. Just swirl this around a little bit. Now the stabilizer helps a lot. If you don't have a stabilizer and a step down for this US version of the Vitamix, you will find that the motor is lagging, right? And it doesn't blend like you would want it to. So let's see what we got, guys. Let's see if I got a good salad dressing. Let me grab a spoon. I know you guys have asked for cooking videos and stuff, and I know I haven't done them yet. That's why I said I'm making this dressing up. Let me just go ahead and throw the camera on and record it for you guys and show you what I'm doing. So here's the dressing. Let's see. I think that's good enough. That's thick enough. The mustard sauce brought a bit of thickness to it because it itself is thick. Let me taste it. That is amazing, guys. Wow. Guess what? I don't think I will be buying it. This tastes way better than the one I bought. I don't think I'll be buying it. And now that I have it recorded here on video, I'll remember what I put in and how much I put in. This is perfect, guys. I am going to cut up some cabbage and cut up my bell pepper, grate up my carrots, cut up my onion, and make myself a salad. This is amazing. So this mustard sauce is fairly good. Not my favorite, but this is how I've been using it, to add it into things that need that little bit of mustard, right? If I make deviled eggs, I'll add a little touch of it in there, which I do need to make those because I haven't made them in a while. But yeah, this is amazing, guys. I will be watching this video myself, and yeah, I'll be bottling this up and using it. I'm the only one that's going to use it. It is good. It's amazing. Wow. Now, the store-bought dressings have all that other junk in there, right? Which I'm sure this thing doesn't have all the good stuff in it either. I will be buying, instead, I will be buying some mustard. Malcolm has a lot more choices, and the Malcolm at the Achimota Mall, it's not as big as the Achimota Malcolm, but it has some stuff in there. I'm liking it. I'm liking that store. So there it is, guys. There it is. Dressing for my salads, and it's quite a bit in there. That will last me a good while. That'll last me a good while. And I know what I'm eating, right? I know what I'm eating. Next time I will try the honey for a more nutritious and natural version. I think the honey would have done well in here. So I think I will go with the honey next time. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I absolutely love to get here in my kitchen and create things and cook. I love doing this. It's just time. There's a time constraint that I have with doing all the other stuff here at the MiniFarm. But this is something I absolutely love doing. So hopefully I'll be doing more of it, and I'll try to make sure I have a little tripod set up now. So I'll try, even if I'm playing my music, I can always voice over for you guys, right? So I've learned how to do that, and I think I can make that work. So sometimes I will show you my Ghanaian American cooking. But for right now, this is totally American. Guys, don't be afraid to try it, right? And don't worry about, I don't have access to this or that. If you are close to Accra, you have access to anything. Anything you want, you have access to it. It might cost you. Now, this is very cheap, right? This is cheap. To make it is cheaper, it's healthier, and you can tweak it to your taste, right? So I'm going to encourage you, start trying these things out. This didn't take me all that long, 20 minutes. From the time I looked up the recipe, started and finished it here, 20 minutes. I'm just yakking my jaws, talking to you guys longer, but probably in all actuality, 20 minutes to do the entire thing. Get the ingredients out, look up the recipe, figure out what I'm doing, and put it all together, 20 minutes. I'm really happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know, did you enjoy this type of video on the channel? All right, guys, till next time, God bless you.